Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the DoubleClutch.ca podcast. I'm your host, Nick Tragianis, and I'm joined in studio by my lovely co-hosts,
Imran, staff writer.
Nathan, deputy editor.
Rush, staff writer.
So, we seem to have reached an impasse here in the office.
Are we in an impasse? I think we're in agreement about this.
I don't think so.
I
Okay.
think we are.
All right. Let me
Let's
break
preface this.
Let's break it down for our dear listeners. Currently, in the garage, we have a Dodge Challenger SRT 392 wide body shakedown. That's a very long name, and
That's like longer than most BMW names, and that's quite a feat. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's also a last call edition and a 6-speed. There's like more things you forgot on there.
Shakedown.
Clearly.
For men.
This is terrible for SEO. I
Yeah.
totally screwed the pooch on this. We also have a Dodge Charger Hellcat wide body jailbreak. I think I got them all. Red Eye jailbreak. Yeah. Okay, so the
jailbreak?
bottom line, we got a Challenger 392 and a Charger Hellcat this week, and we cannot agree as to which one's the better car.
We should vote.
Okay, yeah, actually that's the easiest way to do it. Let's take a vote right now.
What we will take, or what's the better car? Or what we would take home?
I think they're the same.
They're essentially the same
Think
15,
about that in the same.
20-year-old Mercedes-Benz E-Class.
Are they?
The same platform.
Yeah, they're
because
still
the
built
E-Class
on that old
platform.
Mercedes
I don't know.
platform.
Everyone says that, but okay. I don't look at a Dodge Charger Hellcat Red Eye jailbreak for men and think that I definitely see my grandma's E-Class in that. Like,
I mean, granted, like they're at this point they're pretty far removed from the old E-Class, but like when those cars first came out, it was a Mercedes transmission, Mercedes suspension, Mercedes differential.
so I remember that with the 300C.
Yeah,
That was
same platform.
These are all the
the
same
same
thing.
car,
They're
yeah.
just different Skittles.
Yeah, and they've been making it for 15 years now.
That's good.
Yeah.
So vote. Yeah. What do you like?
So I have the Challenger. I've been assigned that vehicle, and I strongly prefer Nick's Charger.
Woe is you. Give me the Challenger any day of the week.
1 for 1. Ooh.
I'll take the Challenger too.
Really?
Yeah, just manual, stupid. Like I don't know. It's just. Yeah.
See, that's hilarious
yeah.
because I would take the Charger.
Okay.
We
It's good to
literally
get 4
have
of
an
us.
impasse.
Okay, my bad. I thought it was 3-1.
Also, Nick and Nathan should swap keys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a swingers party.
I
Guys.
don't know. It could be. But why do you like... I would have thought that you like the...
I don't. Maybe it's because of manual, even though it's like driving a bus, which
Yeah.
I've never done. But
Yeah.
that's what I would assume.
But you know
it
what?
is.
It's the problem with me... The problem with the Challenger, I find, it's too expensive. It's kind of not exciting enough. It's just black on black. The shifter feels really bad.
Oh, it is really
because we're
bad.
gonna go and be like, oh, it's a manual transmission. This is awesome. But like, who cares? The
Yeah.
shifter's terrible. The transmission also isn't great. The engine is meh when you compare it to the Hellcat, which has got a fantastic engine that just makes
Yeah.
you laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Nick said it right
Yeah.
that we were just talking about this, and it's more usable.
You literally don't have enough road to fully enjoy a Hellcat.
You don't
Yeah.
need enough road. You just need a. Oh wait, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, you need some road, but like
Maybe a parking lot.
But
Yeah,
the
no.
thing is, like with the Hellcat, there is that tease of like you can put that thing at like 40% throttle, light up first, chirp through second and third, get sideways, and still have so much more throttle under you.
That's
Like,
true. Or-
It's just so
The limiting
tempting.
factor
It's such a
is
monster.
how quickly you can buy rear tires.
Or you
Yeah.
go into the settings because you can choose a measly 500 horsepower
Oh,
if
it's
you wanted to.
insufficient.
Oh, yeah.
You wanna
Yeah.
have a
Unacceptable.
Challenger, sure.
So you can toggle between 500
Yeah.
or 807.
I think like the biggest thing for me, and because I was really looking forward to having this Challenger because it is like the naturally aspirated motor, because it's the 6-speed, because it's the one whose power you can actually kind of use and play with, and like it does sound good. You can use it. I love that you can rip it through first, second, and third because it's so fat. It's not actually fast, but like it just feels like such a like I was saying earlier, like the Challenger, this 392 6-speed Challenger feels like a remake of a classic muscle car, whereas the Challenger Hellkitty Charger Hellkitty feels like a reimagining of a muscle car. It is so much faster, it is so much tighter, it's so much sharper, it's just so much better, and also a better car whose shape hides its giganticness better.
But as if you were to own one of these, are you really going to be roasting those tires on a regular basis?
Okay, so let me get. When are you gonna use the Challenger as like an everyday car in the sense that it's practical and awesome and like I don't know, like that's the thing that's also kind of lost on
No,
me.
but like
Yeah.
when we were driving perfectly legal speeds just now in the Integra that we had and the Challenger,
Yes.
it was fun chasing at perfectly legal speeds. The Integra when I was in the Challenger, it was ridiculous, and as soon as you hit a bend of any degree, the Integra's gone.
Yep.
But I was laughing the whole time.
But how much fun were you having the Integra? Like that's the thing. Like you,
So much.
I don't know. Nathan was driving.
if you're worried about having a car that you can have fun with all the time, buy a Miata.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like this
Wait.
is kind of a different
Well,
thing.
I mean,
think
there's some level of
The thing with me,
practicality.
so like I took the Hellcat like just straight home and then brought it straight back to the office today. I didn't actually go out and do a lot of fun stuff with it. And that car, because you can actually see out of it, and because of the ZF Auto, you can use it as a daily. It would be unbelievably dumb, but you could do it. Whereas the Challenger, because it is so visually over the top, especially with its ridiculous hood pins and the stripes and the shaker hood scoop that doesn't shake, and just the fact that
It does
looks
shake.
barely.
Barely.
Yeah,
barely.
yeah.
It shakes.
And the fact that like it looks like a Challenger and all the associations that come with that, like I feel like that car is harder to live with, and also because of the manual and because of how bad it is, because of how vague the clutch take-up is, and how slow the throttle response is, and how bad the rev hang is. Like
Tell me
it's
how you
so
really
much,
feel.
it's so much work to drive
Seems
that
like he
car.
really likes the Challenger.
Also, wait, you're making it sound like this wide body Charger that we have just hides into plain traffic.
As if it's
purple.
fucking
But it
purple
actually-
on
but it actually
red.
kind of does is the thing. Like I could just get into
It
that thing.
literally
Purple.
doesn't.
I drove to work in that thing having a coffee like it was nothing, like any other press car we have.
You know what?
And whereas the Challenger, I have to work really, really hard to drive that thing smoothly. The only time that car actually kind of makes sense is when you're being a goof with it, shifting at $4 grand.
That's the thing.
If you're trying to drive it slowly, it's such a pain in the dick. I really can't stand it. I wanted to love it, and I feel like scorned by it.
I think I see the point. I don't know.
I don't think I see the point because I literally drove the Challenger to work this morning
On the highway.
on the highway
On the highway. You don't have traffic.
Let's
I
stop
have
and go
traffic.
traffic.
in stop and go traffic, and it was
Yeah, it's
fine.
Easy. It was easy to drive. I found it was easy.
I thought it was
drive,
pretty
too.
easy to drive too.
Was it enjoyable
was-
though? Absolutely.
I mean,
I-
is stop and go
I-
traffic ever enjoyable?
No.
With an auto.
No.
Enjoyable?
Well, not enjoyable, but not as
Bearable.
annoying.
Bearable.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's also may just very much be a me thing because I'm used to much older cars that have like a very direct connection, whose clutches are easy to read, who don't have artificial rev hang, and because this Challenger has so much of that in such an egregious way, I'm trying to get in front of the car's nannies and it's not letting me, and like I can't find a rhythm with it. And that's my personal beef with it. Also, this ZF8 is in fact God's own transmission.
Oh, I
It's
agree.
amazing.
I agree. You can't find a rhythm with a Challenger,
Yeah.
and that's part of
It
why I
always-
think I was giggling because it was just.
It's
it was
just so clunky. Like you feel like such an
ridiculous.
amateur.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess we'll get to it too, but the Integra does that as well. Like,
Oh yeah, with the rev hang.
yeah, when we were out in that car, like you sounded like a goof knuckle driving that car.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, do you know how to shift?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
And that leads us perfect. Well, no. So
So let's wrap this up and then we'll move on.
We're split
Yeah,
50
no.
50.
The split
Yeah.
50-50.
we still have not solved this impasse. We're still literally
Okay.
That's
Sorry,
perfect. So
Crossroads.
you know they make both cars and you can buy both of them. So
Okay.
people
Everyone's
like me,
happy.
That, you know, makes
Everyone
sense.
wins.
To people
No,
like
someone
Nathan,
has
that
to be
makes
wrong
sense.
here.
people like
They
Nathan
are.
who are wrong
Yeah.
can stick with the Challenger,
There's
and
two
people
wrong
who are
people and
right.
two right people. There you go.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
exactly it.
All right.
But
We're
somehow,
right.
somehow,
Okay.
Nathan, you're still wrong. Just you.
No, Nathan's always
I
wrong.
usually am. This is fine. I'll allow it.
So Challenger for the win. See, here's the thing. It tickles the same parts of my brain as a Miata does.
So-
And I cannot explain it.
What parts of
I-
your brain do the Charger tickle?
No, the Challenger.
No, I'm
Challenger.
saying. Yeah, I know that the Challenger tickles
Did
your
I say-
Miata brain, but the Charger, like the
They're both hilariously no, the Challenger.
I'm talking about the purple one.
I'm not talking about the purple.
You
Yeah,
should
but
talk
he
about
is
the
talking
purple
about purple. He's asking what parts of the
Yeah.
brain does the purple one tickle? Wow, this went funny.
This is. Yeah.
I
I'm
just
getting
don't like the
confused.
floppy knob in the Challenger. I think it really ruins
Not
it.
this again. God
And it's
damn
the
it.
slanted floppy knob.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's
Hey, some
It
people
why is
curves-
it like that?
It
I'm
curves
turning
to
the
the
mic
left.
off.
It curves to the left.
Okay, so Challenger 392, no options is like 65 grand.
Yeah.
Versus a Hellcat, no options. A Hellcat, red eye, wide body, jailbreak, is
That's the podcast.
110 no options. As tested, these are
My Challenger's 86.
yeah. As tested, the Charger is 130-ish. So so the $50,000 question is the Charger Hellcat, blah blah blah, whatever the hell its name is, really worth 50 grand more than the Challenger?
Yes, in a second. Because
No.
for the money the Challenger is, again, mine is 86. It's not 65. It's 86. And for 86 grand, there's a lot of other cars that I would rather have that are faster and or more fun and or more theatrical. Or more
Absolutely.
satisfying.
I would-
That's a good
Whereas
point.
the Hellcat at 110, I can't think of anything else
Or
that
even
does
at
that
130, what else does
in
it?
that bracket.
M5.
Okay, and I actually wanted to answer this.
Is
To
that a-
Imran's point about the M5 competition you drove a while ago.
Yeah.
Because it is German and fantastically efficient and actually puts its power down, you get to those extra legal speeds yesterday
Right,
Yeah.
right.
with no drama, and it's not super fun. Whereas in the Hellcat, there is so much drama, and it's like such a ridiculous scrambling monster beast of a thing that like it's an occasion, it's an event every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's like it's like a cartoon car.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so.
Honestly, like a Roadrunner, just like
Yeah.
you know.
Both of them had me like literally giggling, like
Oh, yeah.
out loud, and I was in the car by
So
myself.
what
Yeah.
put the bigger smile on your face?
Challenger.
Hang on. Let him
Yeah,
answer.
I mean, but maybe it was the Challenger because we were
I-
chasing each other at those legal speeds.
Yes.
You know, the Charger, and I'm more of a corners guy than I am a straight
Yeah.
line guy, so that's probably why I was like, oh, got to try out some corners in the Challenger. It was terrible, but
Absolutely.
still fun. I get the point about the Charger.
Mhm.
I'd still end up with the
That's
Challenger.
fair.
I think it's just the manual aspect. Like price aside, I just
was gonna
think
say,
I would use it more.
Maybe even if not price aside, like if you bought a base 392 with the stick, the Challenger would probably be a great option.
Yeah.
Right?
But at
Yeah,
the
agreed.
price that with the cars that we have this week, I just could not see myself justifying a purchase of a Challenger that costs $80,000.
Shakedown.
Bro.
The badges, though.
They're not even badges, they're stickers.
Whoa.
Their stickers are not even
It's-
badges.
You get one badge in the interior under the passenger's vent.
Oh yeah, I
for
saw
some
that. I
reason,
saw that. Yeah.
And a sticker on the wing.
Because they gotta know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we not to sidetrack too much? Is that scoop functional?
So I was
Sort
looking
of,
at it.
yes.
So we thought it wasn't functional. When you and I, Rush, were first looking at it,
Immediately,
we thought
it looks
wasn't
not
functional. It looks
functional.
not functional, but there actually is a duct coming out of that scoop that feeds into the airbox.
It just
Oh,
pulls
yeah?
down the air.
And
Yeah.
it does shake.
Does it actually?
It
Ever
does
so
shake.
slightly.
I
Yeah,
saw
I
it
was trying to
shaking
look
this
for it. I
morning.
couldn't
Very
see.
quickly, I gotta mention two things about the Challenger. So it's got a shaker hood, which has already started to scuff the paint off of the bottom of the hood, which is a great idea in Canada. Actually, in any place where it rains.
No one's wintering that car.
Not even winter though, rain.
But it's dumb. You're right.
A
As you
car
are.
wash, like literally,
Sure,
water will
yeah.
get in between the scoop and the hood and just rust it out. Also, the hood pins, which are completely non-functional because it has a latch and also a
Modern car
secondary
with a
latch.
functional hood latch. Yeah.
Like
And hood pins.
the hood pins just shake around in the wind and destroy the paint.
Yeah.
So who's paying for these options? Like,
Boomers.
sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot they exist.
Yeah.
But we love them.
It's this
You
isn't how
listeners.
They've given us these ridiculous cars. They
This
gave
is
us
true.
the Challenger,
This
and
is
then
true.
and then
You know
the
what?
kids put the supercharger
That
on
is
it.
Yeah.
that is true. That is true.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still okay. Maybe this Challenger isn't exactly how I would spec it, but I'm still Team Challenger.
I get that. Again, I was super looking forward to the car. I would love to be proven wrong on this. I just don't love mine.
Here's a question: Challenger. If you had a Challenger Hellcat versus a Charger Hellcat, which one you go for?
I think
I think
I'll
I go for the
take
Challenger actually, because it looks wild.
Yeah,
I
it
really
looks
wanted
cooler.
to like the Challenger, and it does look good. It does the retro thing better, but I just think like it's such a huge car, and that shape doesn't wear it well. Whereas the Charger wears it way better. to
But
me.
I think, like, honestly, as a cartoony car, like, especially if it was a Hellcat, the Challenger is hilarious. Like,
it is.
it would just be the car to have.
Also, you can still get a Challenger Hellcat with a stick.
Give me the ZFL, though.
Yeah, give it a ZF. It's-
Yeah, give me
Can
the
you?
stick.
You can get the Hellcat
You can, yeah,
with a stick?
yeah. You still
No,
can.
that would be wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
It
biggest thing
fucking
for me
is.
is the first time I got in the Challenger, I took that for a ride, and I was like kind of grinning, like, yeah, this car is kind of fun. Okay, yeah, it's stupid, but it's good. And then I got in the Charger, and I took it out for a ride, and after my first little pull with it, I was laughing so hard I couldn't see. I haven't had
See,
that
I did
reaction in a
that,
car in a long time.
but then I was also clenching so hard, like, oh my god, this thing terrifies me.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah, that car makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because anything above half throttle, and you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no,
And
no,
maybe
no.
like
Yeah.
it speaks to like I don't know the kind of person I am, or like how hard I'd squeeze my adrenal glands over my life that I need that kind of stimulation to feel something. But
So
the
it's for the
Hellcat
kids.
does that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you're talking about like super fast cars. Like, I drove my buddy's GT3 last night, and like, yeah, in first with the pedal down, because it revs to 9, which is insane. You're breaking every speed limit, and there was not a second that he picked up the car last night. There wasn't a second where he was like, oh, why does this car exist? This is so dumb. Like, why is it so fast?
Yeah,
it was
just great.
We were laughing like for a full hour driving around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's reasons cars like that exist, and I think it's because.
Yeah, but even in the GT3, like, it feels somehow usable, and I don't know why.
Oh, because you could turn.
And because the shifter's great and the clutch is great and doesn't.
Yeah, so you feel like you're still experiencing a great time at regular-ish speeds, versus this thing is like you got to squeeze down to have some fun.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
I disagree. That car's a lot of fun at 30%. That, like I was saying yesterday, that car's more fun at like 30-40% throttle than most cars are in their whole lives.
Wow, you really like it.
I really like that car.
If you like it so much, why don't you marry it?
I will.
Mine too.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
America!
It's gotta be your sister.
Yeah, this is one of the.
Whoa!
I don't know, something America. Help me out here.
Oh man.
No.
So the Challenger and the Charger aren't the only ridiculously hyped up cars we have in the garage this week. Imran, you're spending the week. You're actually finishing off your 3 or 4 or 5 week streak of Honda and Acura press cars in a row with one hell of a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That car's very good.
going out with a bang in the Honda Acura world. What did I have? I had an RDX, I had a TLX, I had this Civic Sport Touring, and now this Integra Type S, which, spoiler alert, I love. I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Where I think they talk about how they wanted to make it like the best sort of back road carver, and it very much is that. It's not as hardcore as the Civic Type R.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually just telling you that I feel like its suspension is somewhat softer than even the Civic SI's. And it just feels right. Like you can drive it every day. The shifter is Honda, Acura, amazing.
It kind of
quite good. Yeah.
It kind of makes sense that the suspension is tuned a bit softer than the SI, because after all, it does wear an Acura badge in front. I was surprised that. So I went on the internet this week, and I was surprised that Honda or Acura actually left quite a bit of room on the table when Honda jailbroke the ITS's ECU. That there's actually quite a bit of leeway on the table in terms of tuning.
Yeah, funny enough. I mean, I know the last gen Civic Type R could be tuned to make quite a bit of power. Like 400 wasn't out of question at all. And apparently, what I read about the Integra is that the 5 extra horsepower doesn't actually come from a tick up in boost. It actually makes a little bit less boost than the Civic Type R does.
I was very surprised at that.
Yeah, me too. They did some other trickery to get the extra 5, or maybe it's they deleted a resonator.
Yeah.
And yeah, speaking of which, I was behind you guys. It's a little quiet on the inside. I expect to be louder, but behind you guys, it pops and crackles like crazy.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pretty undramatic inside.
That's something
Yeah.
I've.
Which is that's a great thing to have in a daily because it's well insulated and quiet.
Yeah.
But also, even like revving it in the parking lot, I was like, it's
That's
hilariously
nice, like,
popping, crackly. I don't know.
Yeah, but like when I think I messaged in one of our groups saying like I wish it was a little bit louder. I was never outside of it. I've been driving it around.
Yeah.
But from the outside, like there's some theater to it.
Wait, hang on. Do you mean to tell me that you could hear the ITS over the 392?
Yeah, like the
Wow.
While
Wait
you
a
were driving?
second.
No, I'm not even kidding. The pops were like they were sharp and
Really?
loud.
That's one for the channel,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Screw you, man.
Oh, Oh man. Okay, imagine that though. Your American muscle car is quieter than the little
Yeah.
Honda that you were
Okay,
following.
it's not quite.
And like that
The
Challenger's
Challenger's a
loud.
lot louder.
Yeah. Not that those cars are exactly quiet, but that was one of my biggest. That was one of my biggest disappointments with the previous gen Civic Type R's. That like it really defied physics for a front wheel drive car, but it was just way too fucking quiet.
It sounds like nothing. That
Yeah.
last.
And you know what that
Jedi.
means? It's not exciting enough. Because you can drive a really boring car and it just have the right sounds, the right smells,
Oh, yeah.
the right feeling, and it can be super exciting.
So that Civic Type R, I've tracked the last generation one.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. Like I was tracking it back to back with like I had the Boxster, and this Civic Type R I was having way more fun in it. Thought it was more capable. It was awesome. But yes, I totally agree. Like that exhaust literally sounds like they just pulled it from a regular Civic. Like even though it's the 3 tailpipes, whatever, blah blah blah. Like it sounded not sporty at all.
Wait, so question. So if you've got like a good amount of seat time in the previous gen CTR, because I have not driven either the current gen or last gen, and I've heard some people like kind of knock the newest gen for steering response and like little stuff like that. What's your impression since the Type S is pretty similar? Like, how do you feel about new versus old?
Steering feel, I think, is similar between that last gen Type R and this Type S. And that's in some ways probably one of the weak points of these cars, I think. It's great that in the different drive modes it weights up differently, but there's no real feedback.
Yeah, it's still kind of like a glassy modern steering rack. It's not.
Doesn't
like feel like anything.
Kudos to them for actually making them feel different, but there is no feedback like at all.
Like it's sharp, it's tight. It's not like driving a bus like another car we have this week, but it's like it's good, but it's still like it. I'm comparing it to old Hondas, and it doesn't do that.
Yeah. Like I can't tell you that. Like I don't. You don't feel what the front tires are doing.
Breaking news: new Acura isn't as communicative as old Honda. More at 11. Follow-up story: the sky is blue.
It's faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll grant you that.
Like the Type, it's nice. It's fast. It drives really well. It does everything right at face value. I think it feels like a little bit of a toy, and I'd rather have the GR Corolla for doing like modern hot hatches.
Interesting.
The GR Corolla doesn't have stupid rev hang. I despise rev hang so much, and the GR Corolla doesn't do that, and it also sounds more interesting.
So I couldn't get over I haven't driven the GR Corolla yet, but
that car's yummy.
I couldn't get over the interior is a little too low rent for me, and perhaps I'm aging myself a little bit, but that kind of matters to me now.
Yeah.
If I'm spending more than $60K on a car.
Money,
Before markups.
What is the sticker on the ITS? And Nick, remind me on the.
So the GR Corolla starts at 45-ish for the core. I think the circuit is 53, and that gives you all the bits that you kind of want, like the more aggressive hood, the spoiler, the better seats, the better interior. And the Maurizio is north of 60, assuming you could actually get your hands on one.
I think it's like way north of 60. It's like mid 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. And the core GR Corolla is like, it comes with nothing, and it looks like a regular
See,
Corolla.
that's my problem with the GR Corolla Core. Fantastic performer, lovely hot hatch. Probably my favorite hot hatch, my favorite new hot hatch on sale today. But our presser that we had in around March-ish was white. And you really had to look close to pick out the differences between the GR Corolla and the other white Corolla that has parked beside you in the parking lot.
That. And like that's something Acura got really right. I don't love modern Acura styling, but they knocked the ITS out of the park.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
really good.
I really liked it.
I didn't like the original, the Integra when it came out, when it was reintroduced. I think it looks really boring.
That's pretty pedestrian. I had like one last year. I think it was good in and of itself, but not 10
Yeah,
grand more
yet,
than an SI.
yet the
But the ITS is what, like 55, 56 to start?
56.5.
And that's like the only. Hey, you did your research before the podcast today. Ah.
I did.
He's making up numbers. He's making up
Because I bought one.
What?
Really?
Yes.
It was that
so you
good.
like-
Dude.
Picking it up on Tuesday.
Congratulations.
Like, actually?
Wait, are you
Actually-
Get
serious?
out of here, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay,
That's
I know we
hilarious.
were talking about like eventually picking up a new daily for to like replace the TTRS and the GTI, but like I didn't know you actually did it.
You would be hilarious though. We all just said we didn't like it.
You know, I genuinely, I hate
that-
it. It's the worst.
Yeah, it's like
Get a
that's
Jer
why he
Corolla.
didn't tell us because he was like, "Oh, if these guys don't like it, I'm not gonna
Yo,
tell
how
them
come you
anything."
got the
Way to
Integra
hold
this way
out.
if you
Jeez.
taking one home? Like,
So-
bullshit. Give me that car.
So I actually, this is not staged. I didn't tell these guys this at all. And I was really hoping that they would like it.
Yeah,
Yo, this thing's terrible. Yeah, what idiot would buy one of these things?
yeah, it's the worst. Buy a Jer Corolla. What the
Yeah.
what the fuck?
What's wrong with
Get a
like,
Civic Type R. Come on, it's not worth.
Yeah,
Wait, so you
but-
actually bought one of these things?
yeah. the
56 grand seems like a really good value
Like,
for one
for
of those things.
it's a nice
Yeah.
car. Like, for what you get, you're doing all right, man. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
The
so
interior is
T-
also good.
So TTRS is going.
Okay,
Um,
you keeping the GTI?
I'll probably get rid of it.
Okay.
I don't think I need three cars.
There's a bit of overlap because the ITS is still a pretty good daily.
Yeah,
it's
very
it,
much so.
it still has a nice interior, very, very comfy, and yeah, sure the steering is like completely vague when you're driving it like a performance car, but when you treat it like a normal car,
Oh, it's fantastic.
it's pretty comfy.
It's fine,
Yeah.
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 No, it's a nice
Yeah.
car.
I mean, the only thing is, I don't know if one of you guys want to teach my wife manual because I don't think I can. That's not going to go over well.
I have tried that before. Yeah, with someone you're really close to, it
It never works.
and if you're listening, I'm sorry, honey. Yeah, it doesn't always go great.
yeah. Patience is not something I always have. So
Yeah.
see how that goes.
Funny enough, I taught my wife how to drive. Now, this was back when we were still dating. I taught my wife how to drive stick on my NB Miata, and I'm kind of ashamed to admit, but she actually picked it up faster than I did.
That's hilarious
That's because
because
your
I
wife's cool.
taught
She is.
my girlfriend how to drive stick on my classic Mini, and
Yeah.
it was great until it wasn't. When
Yeah.
she let go of the gas but didn't press the clutch and jerked the engine hard enough that it broke. Like
Wow.
it broke the connection from like the engine's coolant hose to like the heater inside,
Oh, like
and
popped
just
out.
coolant went everywhere. I was like, oh.
That's
Very good.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was
that's
the only
like-
time the car left me stranded. Also, I'm pretty sure she didn't really like that car because it stole so
Yeah.
much of my attention. So maybe it was intentional, but that's okay.
that's Nathan levels of breaking cars right there.
Yeah, exactly. Nathan's always got some hilarious story about why he's not, where he should be. It's like, oh, I broke this car.
I don't appreciate this meme. I don't like. I've always had like older cars, so I'm always predisposed to having like stupid shit boxes break down on me, and I've managed to limp them around and make them work. And just in the last like 4 to 6 weeks, like
Nathan's got God's touch. Oh, sorry, not God's touch. Nathan's got a terrible touch.
it's the
What's
devil's
the-
touch. That's why I
that's
like
exactly
the Hellcat
it,
so
yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I touch breaks.
Spectacularly,
These are
too.
the
Yeah.
choices you make.
What did you start
Yeah.
with?
What did I start with?
R355.
Was it your 355?
Yeah.
Well, and like in my defense, that was given to me broken.
I don't know about that.
I discovered it broken.
You know what, Nathan? We're having fun.
I got it out of the parking lot. I was sitting at a light, and then I realized, oh, you don't have enough oil pressure, and there's oil pressure in the exhaust, and it's all smoking, and that's not good. And I limped it back to the shop. And then, what is it? We got a buddy's Ferrari 550 that shat a fuel pump on me. And then
Wait,
shat-
what? I don't know that
Oh
story.
yeah, shat a fuel pump. It had two, so it got back home. And
Okay.
then,
Nathan's really good with old Ferraris.
and then it shat
At
a
breaking
door
point.
handle on me.
That
Yeah.
I'm that
Didn't
I'm
it-
aware of.
Didn't
I
also
was-
shit an AC compressor too?
That wasn't on me.
That was on.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The
He
Boxer
blit-
S that I was playing with shat a clutch. Although I feel like that was on its way out. That would have happened
Wait,
to any of us.
wait, the one the
Yes.
one from
That's,
last week.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
It blew the clutch.
Yeah.
So for
Touchdown.
everyone's, for context, we finished the podcast last week, and we got out of the studio and looked downstairs, and there was a freshly delivered,
Boxer
new to
S.
us.
That
yeah,
Mr.
box
Nathan
rush.
seemed to like impulsively pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
The
got in it and started
986, right?
Yeah,
986?
986
Yeah.
Boxer S, like
Yeah.
nice spec. as
started
well,
playing
like-
with it,
yeah.
and Nathan blew it up.
I didn't
First-
blow it
first
up.
drive.
The car runs and drives great. It's just like you drove it first, and you're like, "Yo, this clutch feels way heavy." And I'm like, "Oh, the pressure plate's probably going out." And lo and behold, it did.
Like, it still runs. It's just
Okay.
the engine
So
and the
can I
transmission
get a
don't
call
connect.
it?
No.
Come on, give me that one.
What else we got? You blew up your car.
I didn't blow up my car.
It doesn't run most of the time we see it.
Which car?
The 535.
535 runs great.
So-
It was just kind of wonky. It was just a little off, and it was driving me bonkers. And I found it, and it's fine.
So wait, hang on.
I also blew up my Beetle. But
Oh.
that's the starter going out in a $340,000 20-year-old shit
There's
box. Like, that's fine.
Nathan in a nutshell. It works. It's just a little bonkers.
Yeah.
This is where it's probably fine comes from.
So I had to see a my NA to the shop this week, and you did write a feature on it
I
not
was
too
gonna say,
long ago.
Who drove that? Oh, it was Nathan.
Yes,
That's
but
right.
hang on, you delivered it to me with a leaky caliper. I fixed that and drove it for the weekend, and it's been fine for the 2 months since, and then it exploded. So you can't accuse me of putting
This
a
is
bomb
true.
in it.
This is true.
Yeah,
Okay, you win this round.
yeah. Well, no, I'm still down 7 cars, but
Yeah, fair enough.
Mostly cheap stuff. Oh no, hang on, sorry.
Yeah,
Mostly terribly expensive stuff.
whatever.
It's probably fine.
I drove your Porsche. It's still fine.
Which one? Oh god, it's probably broken. It's been sitting in the
Oh,
basement
it's
for
fine. That
ages.
car drove great.
Also, Rush is like, which one?
No.
Just have a
no.
fleet,
No.
eh?
How to
No,
be
just-
baller. It
just
teaches
a
how to be
fleet.
baller.
Humble, that was a humble brag.
Seriously, nice flex. So, Imran, tell us what the spec you went for
Yes, please.
on the ITS.
So, not a lot of choice.
Okay.
I would have liked to go with the Tiger Eye Pearl.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, it literally comes in one package only. So,
Yep.
I like that orange Tiger Eye Pearl.
Yeah, that's a great color.
Yeah, it's a great color.
It's very
Lovely.
unique.
Nice, yeah.
But
But-
unfortunately, they only had the white,
Oh.
which I like. It's
Okay.
nice.
White's
but-
Does
pretty
look good.
classic.
Is white
Yeah.
like? Is it champ white? Or
No,
is it just
no.
white?
I don't know what it's called. I want to say there's the word platinum in it.
I think it is.
Platinum
I was
Markham
only. I think it was on.
Platinum. Do you say platinum Markham? What? But it does have like a pearly look to it.
Yeah.
It actually looks it looks good.
Yeah, did you go for the gold wheels?
They don't have them in Canada.
I was on the
Hey, we can open
configurator
it up, don't
today.
No.
Yeah, we make
I
fixed.
was literally on the configurator today. You could select them at.
Listen, I've gone to
As
Canadian Tire
accessory.
recently, and there's tons of gold spray paint. There's different varieties.
Plastic dip,
We will
bro.
get it sorted out.
Plasti
Plastic
dip.
dip.
Yeah,
There you go. Absolutely, yeah.
We're not plasti dipping that.
bro, it'll be sick.
Yeah. Come on. It's a Honda. Aren't we supposed to do these kind of things to it?
Right.
Also,
I
on
need
that
to go
topic,
back 20 years.
Everyone's like,
so
"Oh,
I
the
can-
Honda's so quiet." Isn't that the point? So you can modify it and have fun with it?
Yeah,
Isn't
true.
it like the point of Hondas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Same thing with
canvas.
like BRZs
Like sandbagging it
or
from the factory
86s
bit.
now. I don't even know what you call them.
Yeah, it's a canvas. It's
Yeah.
a starting point.
You know what's cool? So they have a dealer installed accessory, which is a titanium shift knob. That is the
Wow.
exact same part number from the S2000.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Oh, it's just recycled old garbage.
Yeah.
Cool.
I liked it for the nostalgia, but
Yeah. That's gonna burn your hand
exactly. Yeah, I'm like, I'll pass. Even the shifter, the
Yeah.
OEM one, it's well, you guys drove it. It's very like
I liked it a lot.
2000s.
It is very reminiscent of Ben's. Shout out Ben. Hi Ben. Of his 2000 Integra Type R.
ITR, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same basic
Yeah, they
shape.
definitely
Yeah.
they know their demographic. with that
That's
car.
pretty cool. Two annoying things on that car that I wish they changed. One is it has the most basic of digital gauges. It doesn't have the
You-
Outside of the Civic, no?
You
No,
have the
but-
same complaint about the Civic now.
Yeah, no, but the Civic Type. So in the Civic Sport Touring, those gauges are great,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
these gauges are fine too.
Yeah, it's the same in like every Honda.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
Civic Type R has like the R screen,
Yeah.
right, with shift lights and all that stuff.
So this one doesn't have an S screen.
This one has nothing. No, it's just like the regular 2 gauges, and literally the outline of the gauge changes from gray
Red,
to blue
yeah.
to red. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So that's a little. I wish it was a little more exciting there.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, they decided that it's not going to have 5 seats in the back. It's going to have 4.
Well-
and they just added 2 cup holders in the middle because sports.
Yeah.
The Type R is like that.
I know, but why? It's the same back seat as the Civic Sport Touring. Just put the 5th seat. Just get rid of the cup holder.
Okay. Real question. Whoever sits in the 5th seat.
I think it's more so
It's a
like
Honda, like families.
I think it's more so like a just in case
Families of
kind of a thing if in case you need like a third child seat. But like you just have one.
Oh
Spawn.
yeah, it's not like, and I rarely
Can it
fault
baby?
other people. Yeah, I can baby. Actually, a baby's better than the TLX.
Yeah, you got
Really?
a child seat
Yeah.
on that thing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, baby's better than TLX. You can fit the child seat in without having to tilt or anything.
Yeah.
So it
That's
works.
great.
Yeah, but still, just why? Like, why not have
Yeah.
that? When it's already in the Civic, it's already in. Like, you purposely removed it
Yeah.
and added 2 cup holders.
I think that's a weirdo like performance car thing. I remember like Mercedes used to do that like way in the early '90s with like their sport line package cars. Where like so like the regular. Sorry, I tripped over my words there.
I'm leaving
Some
that.
of
I
us
don't
do
want to
that
edit that.
sometimes. I think it's okay. We're all human. But like like any sedan, you have like 3 seats in the back. And then on the Sportline cars, it's divided. They make it like kind of buckety.
Yeah, because sports.
Because sports.
But
like
the-
for
the-
sports
but it's-
passengers and
but
then
it's-
the
sports
Taycan's
rear.
like that too.
Yeah.
And it's actually great because it's a real bucket. But is it not like that?
It's
anymore?
not, it's not a
even
real
close.
bucket. It's just
It's
kind
not.
of
It's
just
a
kinda
regular
like,
bench.
a little more different.
See, I don't like that.
Yeah, with like
I see what you
like
mean.
a
Yeah.
garbagey little console in the middle.
Yeah, like I get what you're saying. Like if it was actually like more
Yeah, if it was, like,
sport-oriented
proper exact
buckets,
So it's like
Like,
an
yeah.
actual bucket where you're nice and
nothing.
comfortable.
It's the
in it.
exact. It's the exact same bench,
Yeah.
just with 2 cup holders
Yeah.
in the middle.
Honda, fix your shit.
Weird decision. Someone up in a boardroom was like, "That'll be sporty."
Because
Yeah.
race car.
Yeah.
Also, well then take the cup holders out. Why do we need cup holders when we're doing sports things?
So you can put your Red Bull there. For men.
Rush, you stop it with that logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that
Quit your
garbage
logic.
out of here.
So the TTRS is going. The GTI is eventually going. This leaves us to an opportunity because you need to leave behind, sir.
That's right. And let's clarify what is a leave
So-
behind. This is some common
Yeah,
terminology
when
that
y'all
we
brought me on
use.
board last year, this
This
really
is-
threw me off.
This is very much inside baseball, but among us auto journalists, a leave behind is basically the shitbox you park at manufacturers' head offices for a week, 2 weeks, or in Imran's case, 5 or 6 weeks at a time.
You'll bring a jumper pack with you.
Yeah, honestly.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I think I'll have to.
Shout out Noco. So basically, leave behind is what you park at manufacturer head offices for a week, 2 weeks at a time, whatever, while we're driving cool new shit. Your GTI, first of all, is too nice to be left behind,
Yeah.
and the Integra Type S is
We'll have its wheels in a
definitely.
second.
That'd be the,
Oh, yeah.
That'd be the
Oh,
hardest
yeah.
flex in the world, though.
Absolutely.
Right?
You're like, yo, is that the Honda press car? I didn't leave it behind here.
Fucking power mode.
I'm gonna do that the next time. Hopefully, I get the GR as the presser.
Actually, yo, Romero could probably hook you up, though. If
Yeah.
he's
Dude.
got something cool.
Okay, so
Yeah.
last week when I had the UX, Romeric, hi Romeric, shout out. He actually emailed me saying like, dude, is that your E39 M5 at the lot? So suffice it to say, we're trading keys. We're taking the GR Corolla, sorry, the GR Supra stick
Ooh.
as a freebie in exchange for him taking the E39 M5 for a couple of days. So
Oh, nice.
something to
Yeah.
look forward to.
So leave the ITS, and you might get yourself an LC500 or something.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Ta-da.
Okay, so yeah, this leaves us with an opportunity to pick up something interesting on a budget.
That's right.
What's your budget?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetical budget.
5 to 7 grand?
Oh, maybe like 10 years ago.
No, you can still
Something-
get a decent little.
Nathan,
Yeah,
you're fluid in
I don't
shit
know,
boxes.
maybe
What
I
can
am.
Nathan buy?
Shit boxes.
No, but he's not getting anything
I'll
like
just buy one of Nathan's
foolish.
cars.
Oh, yeah, very good. Yeah.
Get the 535. I think
No.
I heard that's great.
You want it to work.
My car does work.
Barely.
That has always started. That car runs great.
It has not always started. Actually, no, it has.
It has always started.
Except
It's
just
always
leaked
got me
fuel
where
for a
you-
long time.
Yeah, well, I fixed that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. 5, 7, maybe. I don't think I'll do it right away.
Yeah.
The wife's not working right now. She's
Okay.
on mat leave, so we don't really need a third car
Yeah.
at this point in time. But
You always need more cars.
Always more cars.
Yes.
Rush with his multiple Porsches.
Shut that down. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've been gravitating towards just because all of you guys towards an older LS, perhaps.
I'm not encouraging you to
no.
that.
You're
I'm
so
distancing myself from
boring.
that. Okay, you don't have to do everything that Addy does. As much
really
as we
don't.
love
I
Addy,
really don't.
Oh, I don't.
love you, Addy, but not everyone likes LSs.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
not everyone
I
can
tried
own
one,
an
and they
I
LS.
don't
don't think
have
I'm
to.
trying to be
And we
like
sold
him.
it. Well, that's the thing. I sold mine to a fellow double clutch writer, and
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't mind it. It was just too boring for me.
You hated it because you could get a BMW that was a way better car for less money.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Whereas like when I played with like the garbagey one that we had around here for a while, that was like $5,000. I kind of liked it because that was an awful
That's
lot
the
of
thing.
car
At
for $5,000.
you're in the money, but like
Yeah.
mine was like
That
15
was a sick V8
or
Camry
like
Yeah,
for
but I
$5,000
think-
that
yeah.
smelled like a Bentley. I loved it. I
As
think
a
it was
leave
terrific.
as a leave behind, it's
Yeah.
like super comfy.
Mine also didn't
Not something you really have to worry
do
about.
the whole reliability part all that well.
It
Yeah,
didn't.
these cars are proving to be kind of fussy. They're actually
You know what?
very
They are
Really?
the worst generation of LS. Okay, to clarify, we're talking about like
third, fourth. I actually don't know.
06
Well, there was only
to
one.
12.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
07
Roughly,
and
yeah.
12,
07 to 12. Okay, like
Yeah.
that generation. Well, people get it. That generation of LS, I genuinely think is the worst. Sorry, Abby. The worst LS you can buy because the one before
I
it.
don't think you're sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not sorry. Screw you, Abby. Okay, the one before it was fantastically
the
reliable.
430,
Yeah.
Right.
And at the time was like a marvel of Japanese engineering.
Mhm.
The one that came after it is new and cool and is still fresh enough that it's going to be reliable. This generation is the worst of both worlds because it's the old V8 with a bunch of retrofits on it. If you open the reason that they cover
Yeah.
their engine bays in plastic is because if you took the
'Cause
plastic
it's
off,
terrifying.
it's actually terrifying.
Yeah, there's like
There are
bottles and
vacuum-
stuff just stuck all over the place.
Yeah.
It looks like a disaster.
It's literally spaghetti. They're like, oh my god, where do we put this? There. Yeah, that's fine. Like vacuum lines, wiring, modules out the yin yang.
Yeah, just randomly
Okay.
stuck.
Okay.
Like, at least,
So if you're saying that the previous gen is better,
But the previous gen, arguably, the funny thing about it is if you get in one of those, it doesn't actually feel that much different than one of these because
Yeah.
every single button and switch is in the same spot, which is hilarious, but also terrible.
yeah,
If you buy one of these new ones. Sorry, Adi. Not so sorry. But they drive, okay, the newer
Yeah.
ones, like the third generation, whatever we're talking about, drives
they drive pretty
somewhat
good.
better.
They drive pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I'll give them credit. They drive pretty good. I would say like this. The sweet spot is like either like the facelifted 460s that look a lot more modern,
right?
or the 430s that like feel like kind of like an old Benz, but in a very good way.
So I would like, and this is because we used to own one, is that previous generation GS 430.
So you're a bad person. Sorry, you're a bad person.
Wait, no,
No,
I like
I
the GS 430s are kind of sick.
I like the
love
idea
that
of those.
thing.
Yeah.
But they're all rusty now.
It's also
Yeah.
And they're all
also
leaky. And they're all
they're
trash.
super
Imran,
unique.
back to reality. Come
So,
on.
are you, are
Ours
you-
was super reliable. We sold
When
it
you
at like
had it.
170,000.
Sorry, when
kilometers.
was this? 10 years ago?
so you're
I don't know. Like yeah.
So long ago, you
maybe.
cannot even remember.
you're talking
I'm
like
old,
the
man.
06,
Nostalgia is it's a powerful
08-ish?
thing.
Yeah, we had an 06.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like the round headlights?
Yeah.
Okay, those cars were great
Those
when
were
they were
pretty good, yeah.
when they were 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now you can't own one. I'm saying.
Find
you
me
hate
a,
everything
find me a
everyone
clean
likes.
one.
Okay, so,
95 Dodge Neon.
okay, so I'm literally on Facebook Marketplace right now. Imran,
a
I just
Neon?
found you the
And it's
perfect way
super
behind.
clean.
Okay, hear me out. 1995 Dodge Neon, $2,000,
Sold.
73K.
We
Sold.
buy.
From what I can
Bye.
see in the pictures, just a tiny bit of clear coat paint on the hood.
Okay, that's normal.
Oh,
it
it's-
looks solid. There's no rust on this
I actually
thing.
kinda
It's
like this thing a
turquoise.
lot.
It's in that 90s green.
Yes.
It's
Dude,
beautiful.
Hey,
73K.
Wait, hold on. Hit the brakes here. Sticker auto.
Otto.
Auto, so your wife can drive it if she needs to.
Those things had a 3-speed automatic.
My
Didn't everything in
yeah.
the 90s?
I also
Dude,
everything.
look how
And
clean
everything
this is.
GM made in like the 2010.
I also I don't want to see my wife in that.
Why?
He likes his wife, yeah.
Fair.
Oh.
Also, he has a child, so if the wife goes out to do things with the child and anything should happen, they're both definitely dead in that car.
You should get an LS.
No. You can be a little original.
How the
Okay.
turntables.
Yeah.
Well done, my friend.
What if you get like a, I don't know, a 2013 BMW 750 Li? Or I?
Yeah, those cars are great.
That's
Yeah,
more than like $7,000 though.
Yeah, that's,
That's
way
like what,
more.
12,
That's like
15
17 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still kind of
But listen, for leave behind material, it's fantastic.
You can get like a pretty clappy 740i from the mid-90s for like $7,000 though.
E38.
You could get
Is it gonna work?
Yeah.
Probably most of the time not.
you could get a 1994 Toyota Celica,
Yo, what?
Oh yeah.
300K,
Good start.
but it's stick.
I think it's actively leaking in the photo. Oh, no, you're good.
That's probably more Bondo than paint, dude.
Nathan's getting more and more excited.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh my god.
A1
Where do
body,
they have this
no
thing?
rust, original paint. Dude, this thing's mint.
Only
Those
four-
are all really
only
bad things,
4
though.
grand?
Original paint means no paint is left
it
on
means
it.
no paint,
There's
no rust.
paint on
means,
it.
means
There is-
rust is already flaked off. It's gone.
There is paint on this.
You know
They
what?
got-
All I've learned today is that your Facebook Marketplace is really boring.
At least mine's interesting.
The dude took photos of the car without removing anything. He's got like paper. He's got toilet paper in the back.
He did.
Well, he lives
He
in
did.
it right now. Come on, man.
Obviously.
What is it, a 205, a 202? What year's the thing?
We borrowed them down to like
94.
2000.
Oh, those are cool.
They are cool.
Yo, send me that link.
What's the thing beside it?
Oh, damn it, I lost it. I'm useless. It's a Healy Roadster. Jensen Healy Roadster.
That's tight.
Ooh.
It's
Ooh.
19 grand. It's out of budget.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, also
sick.
not very
a budget.
winterable.
what about like every single buddy that I know in
You were
like-
gonna say brown guy.
No, actually. Okay, like off mic, they're all like all of like the cheap white guys I know.
Oh, okay.
You're still on mic.
Oh yeah, shit. Let's turn this thing off.
Let's not get us canceled, please.
Diesel Jettas, like, and they just live forever. Don't you basically have that?
I have a fancy diesel Jetta, yeah, and it lives forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. 2018 Jeep Compass.
Oh,
There you go.
trauma.
Okay,
Trauma.
The compass.
Altitude edition.
There's I don't know if we mentioned this last time, but that was my first press vehicle, so it was a little bit of an initiation.
He holds it near and dear to his heart.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sentimental value is
What
one.
was your first
He
press car
likes
here,
the
Nick?
compass.
So first press car here. Mercedes GLA 35.
I was gonna say
Oh,
when
wow.
when you got to G, I
That's
was
a
just
that's
already
a that's a
sorry for you.
nice first presser. That's solid. What
not
about
bad.
you?
Escape PHEV, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Oh,
Did it
I'm
smell like dog
sorry,
food?
man.
It
Oh,
actually did,
God.
yeah. It did smell like dog food.
What
There you
about
go.
you? What about you?
My first press car, so it was also a hazing ritual, but I got a loaded Nissan Rogue, and I actually really liked it. It was nice.
That's actually not bad for a
Free
first
banger.
press car.
That's
Yeah,
another.
Freebanger.
That's
Yeah.
another
It was great,
a
yeah.
discount rental car special.
But it was the platinum, so it was discount rental car with like quilted leather seats. It was like kind of sick. As far as
Upscale.
like anonymous whatever crossover cars, it was pretty good.
Nice.
I think Arthur had a Mirage, which was kind of cool because it was stick.
That's the ultimate first press car.
Like that was like the actual like that
Alright,
was the one that we
RIP.
all wanted to drive
Yeah.
because the one that we had before was auto and had like
Yeah,
10K
CVT.
options in it. Yeah.
It's also CVT. Yeah. You
But, you know,
mentioned that.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
So yeah. So any other ideas for the leave behind?
Make some more
BMW.
money and buy a 2013 BMWs. I'm kidding.
Says the guy with multiple
Hey,
Porsches.
hey,
What
hey.
a jackass!
I only have like half of one. Oh no, that one's back together now. That's in full pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. That car's nice.
It's alright. I think I kind of ruined it.
But you're more of a Japanese.
Car guy. Yeah.
That's why I
Right,
said
okay.
the Infinity
Yeah,
M4.
okay.
Yeah, that's why he
Yeah,
has a
no, the-
Boxer, a GTI.
Yeah, but historically
TTRS.
speaking, and
Yeah.
as I've mentioned, there is some history. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
how much are those old IS300s?
They've gone up
Bro,
actually quite a
The
bit.
gauge cluster on that thing is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So cool.
that's like possibly the best gauge cluster
Yeah.
ever fitted to a car. So for
Absolutely.
those of you who aren't already aware, the first generation Lexus IS500 gauge cluster,
It's within budget.
It looks like a nice chronograph watch.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like
Yeah,
it
so
looks
cool.
spectacular.
You know, these cars are absolutely
They're-
horrific to drive. They're so boring.
Really?
Oh
They're-
no,
they're not that-
I'm about to get
they're not
I've
that
never
bad.
driven
Oh,
one.
it's
No,
not that bad.
I'm not
Six,
trying to
like,
I've never
it's-
driven one. I always like the idea of them.
Like
They're-
they put me to sleep.
It's arguably more
I'm
enter-
falling asleep right now.
they're arguably more entertaining than an LS, but they are very, very, very overpriced.
Yeah, like if you want like a
considering
clean
what you
stick,
get.
you're spending like a lot of money.
Yeah,
you
the
can get
price
an
is
auto. You can get an
impossible.
auto,
The
like a
prices
nice
look
auto
all
within,
over.
like within your budget.
If you
No,
want
it
what?
would be auto though. It would have to be auto.
Right.
A clean what?
auto.
How much are the autos going for?
Well, so I guess we have no good ideas then.
We have good
wall.
ideas. Get an old BMW.
Yeah.
That's the correct answer to everything.
What
How
about
does
like
that
an
possibly go wrong?
90. That's the generic.
Actually,
correct
an
answer.
E90 wouldn't be. It's not that bad. You
328.
can still enjoy
You
that.
can still
Yeah.
buy them with a stick,
Yeah, I'd
Still
do
find one
that.
in decent shape.
and you can get them sub 10K.
Yeah, I'd do that. Auto. Has to be auto.
Okay, auto's even cheaper.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because like nobody wants them. So, yeah.
Reliable?
Absolutely, yeah.
Generally, yeah. Get one that's already had like valve cover and oil pan and oil stand and water pump. And
They're just oil
stuff
leaks.
done, and they're fine.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
like
As long as
generally,
you fix the 42,000 issues that they have.
they won't leave you stranded.
Yeah, it won't leave you stranded. Just Just get one that someone's already thrown like 11 grand at, and they're
Yeah,
great.
there you go.
But like
Perfect.
it's a BMW, it's probably had 11 grand thrown at it through its life.
Yep.
Recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the last like 6 months, but that's fine.
All right. Well, I think we'll continue this story. This will probably take a couple podcasts until I get.
Yeah,
until
yeah,
we land
exactly.
on
We're-
It should be a
something.
reoccurring segment.
Yeah.
What should
I
it
went
run
on the-
by?
Yes, exactly. What should we spend Imran's money on?
There you go.
What do you guys think Imran should buy?
A 2013 BMW.
All right. What else? Anything else interesting we've had over the last couple of weeks?
I can't believe you bought an ITS.
Dude, that's like
That's so rad.
completely out of left field. I know you were talking about it, but fucking coming in here and like, oh, I bought a car. Like, what?
Yeah. This is why I wanted the presser. I know, Nathan. You're like, why'd you take the presser if you're
Well, that totally
buying
makes
it?
sense to me. Like, yeah, obviously go play with it.
So I actually didn't buy it until I had the presser.
Um,
Yeah, so it was a very quick decision. Yeah, so made it happen real quick. But as soon as I drove it, I was like, this is, again, perfect balance for a
Yeah.
daily. So it makes a lot of sense. I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Congratulations. How did you get one? Should I ask?
Oh,
Should I
naughty,
not ask?
naughty
Let's not
things.
ask.
Yeah.
I can't-
Clearly.
I can't tell you. My
Okay.
dignity will get affected.
Okay.
We got anything fun coming up?
Uh,
Next week
wise?
looks pretty good.
yeah, next week looks solid. Nathan's got the CT4V Blackwing.
Which I'm super looking
Nice.
forward to. Thanks for that one, Nick.
No problem. We got well, you didn't have to twist my arm, but we got the LC500 cab for the long weekend.
Yep.
For the uninitiated who are tuning in from the States. Actually, no. Labor
What?
Day does exist in the States.
Yep.
So yeah, we got the LC500 for the long weekend. And I think we also have a sampling of generic shipbox crossovers that
People buy.
Do
people
I not
buy.
have the BRZ next week? No? That's not
Yes,
next
you
week?
do.
Isn't there a BRZ?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
a stick
BRZ.
BRZ. BRZ.
Oh, it is a stick?
Yeah.
Right, we're
Well, that was on
Canadian.
the schedule. I wasn't
Actually,
sure if it was
you know
a
what?
stick or not, and I kind of didn't want it.
It is a pretty solid week. Otherwise, we got a Golf R and
We
our
got a
bike.
Golf R? Who's got that?
John.
John.
John's got it,
Very nice.
and Nathan, our bike guy, is spending a week with a BMW M100R between his legs.
Theron.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah, Theron.
Theron.
Yeah.
Can Nathan ride a bike?
You said Nathan.
Wait, did I
That's
say
good.
Nathan? Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Yeah, Theron, our bike guy.
Yeah, it should be a fun week.
Yeah, it should
Solid
be good.
week, and we can't wait to tell you guys all about it next week. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you in a week, and in the meantime, don't forget to follow us on socials at doubleclutch.ca. Thanks, boys.
Thanks all.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.